going to grace you with my curly hair today just because I just took a shower and it looks kind of decent. But I know the second I go outside, it's gonna be a frizzy mess. So enjoy it while you can. Plus, I'm gonna straighten it, obviously. So, anyway, today I'm going to talk about what I plan on doing for the next year as far as travel goes. My last video was about all the places I've been within the last year. So now we're gonna look at the next year in the future. Well, a little bit more than a year actually, but as I've mentioned a few times, I'm going to quit my job and travel, and it might be a huge mistake. I don't know. But I'm excited because I've just always wanted to travel a lot, and I also have a fair amount of money stowed away, so I figure why not do it? Okay, so where do I plan on going in the next year? Sorry, I'm like looking in my notebook here. Oh wait, what page is it on? Well, first, it's currently July. I already did a trip this month. If you haven't watched that, I'll link it here. And so next month in August, I am taking a few days to go down to Springfield, Missouri, with my sister and her kids and my dad probably, unless he decides not to come, who knows with him. So we're just gonna kind of explore the city, and there's some, hiking trails or whatnot down there, I guess. So I'm looking forward to another vacation. So that's gonna be exciting. I meant to say before I started this list too that the stuff for this year, 2021, it's still pretty set in stone what I'm going to do. But for next year, it's kind of up in the air. So all of my plans and ideas about where I want to go and everything, it's not, like 100% gonna happen. Obviously with COVID and like countries opening and closing and whatnot, who knows with travel restrictions what exactly it's gonna be like next year. And also some places I feel like I could probably travel on my own, whereas other places I would want to go with somebody, which I usually just travel with my parents. So hopefully they agree to go with me wherever I want to go. So anyway, let's keep going. Okay, so that's August. September, I'm going to probably just do some day trips from home. Obviously, I'll still be working my job. I'm not going to quit until like the very end of September. So within the month of September, I'll still be working, and I will probably just do some little day trips from home in like the Kansas City area or whatever, just to kind of test the waters of traveling alone. I do want to go to this sunflower field that is in Kansas. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head, but I found out about it like last year, and I kind of want to go see that. And then maybe some Missouri state parks. I don't really have anything super planned. But then in October, I'm going to take an Amtrak trip, mostly on the eastern side of the United States. So back in June, Amtrak was having a sale where you could get their US Rail Pass for $200 off. So it was only $299, and you can do 10 segments, but you have to do them within 30 days, and a segment counts anytime you get off the train and have to do like a transfer or whatever, that counts as a segment. So anytime you're on the train is a segment, but if you get off and then get on again, it's a different segment, if that makes sense. So I'm still kind of figuring out exactly where I want to go with that. I have the first leg of my trip booked already. I booked, obviously the train and then the Airbnb, and I also am going to rent a car for the first leg, but otherwise I'm going to try to stay in cities where I can just walk around and not necessarily leave the city. So for the first leg of the trip, I am going to go to Vermont. Actually, my Airbnb is in New York, but like the main things I want to see are in Vermont, which it's like right there. So I'm actually going to go to Albany, New York, rent a car, drive to my Airbnb, and then Vermont is like right there. So I'm excited for that, mostly because obviously I'm going in October and there's going to be a lot of beautiful fall foliage. So I'm excited to photograph that and such. And then after that, like I said, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to go. That only counts as 2 segments because I think there's only 1 transfer. So I still have 8 more segments that I can do. I do want to go to Savannah, Georgia for sure because there's a lot of stuff there that I want to see. Plus, it's very walkable. So if you have any ideas for Amtrak cities that are small and cute and walkable and safe, let me know. Preferably on like the East Coast, somewhere between like Vermont and Savannah, that kind of area. I would really like to go to Virginia, anywhere like in there. There's South Carolina, North Carolina, whatever. So we will see. It's hard for me to find like a good city to go to because one, I'm trying to travel kind of on a budget, and some cities, hotels and stuff are more expensive. And also some cities are just not walkable, and I want to be able to walk everywhere because I don't want to drive because that's an added expense. Plus, I'm not like the best driver. I mean, I'm not a bad driver, but I'm not a very confident driver. I don't drive in cities very often, and I'm basically an anxious driver, so don't tell Enterprise. Because I am renting a car in Vermont, but that's going to be like in the countryside and stuff. I mean, I'm getting the car in the city, but then I'm driving out of the city right away. So, and going to be driving around in the country, so it shouldn't be too bad. We're already at 7.5 minutes. I feel like this video is going to be really long. Okay, so anywho, that's that. Or also, it doesn't have to be a city that's walkable either. It can be one that just has really good public transportation as well. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Moving on from October, November and December, I'm probably just going to stay at home and just do more day trips and stuff, especially like Christmassy things in the Kansas City metro. I usually try to do some kind of Christmas stuff every year in the area, so I'm gonna like really like dive deep into that and do as much as I can do and cover it on YouTube. I think that would be some really good content. But otherwise, just kind of chill, I think, and, you know, mentally prepare. Also, I want to do a lot of like money earning schemes, you know, get stuff on Redbubble for people to buy. I really need to update my Shutterstock portfolio. I want to kind of go through every photo I've ever taken and, you know, re-edit and put that on Shutterstock. But maybe I'll make a video about that in the future. I don't know. So let's move on to 2022. Like I said, none of this is set in stone. The destinations might change, or the month that I go to the destination might change. But these are all places that I want to go and will hopefully be able to go. And like I said, I have a little list here. So let's get started. In January, I'm thinking possibly Puerto Rico. I don't really know much about Puerto Rico, but I know that it's like in the 80s, in the like the low 80s throughout the year. So January would be an okay time to go. Obviously, I don't really want to travel anywhere cold. So, although I also don't really like tropical destinations either, but we'll see. But I think Puerto Rico would be kind of cool. And I found out just a couple days ago about like this bioluminescent water that they have in Puerto Rico that now I really want to see. But I would probably just hang out mostly in like San Juan and maybe like some of the beachy areas and such. But not really 100% sure about what Puerto Rico even has to offer. I gotta do some research. February, originally I couldn't really think of anywhere for February because again, it's a colder month and I don't really like to go to tropical places necessarily, but how's about Orlando, Florida? I do really want to go to Orlando because that's where the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and Disney World are, and I really want to go to both of those places. But Orlando would obviously be expensive. I feel like February, I don't know if Orlando even has like a shoulder season or an off season, but I feel like February wouldn't be super busy, but also who knows. If I do go to Florida though, I would definitely want to make someone go with me, probably my mom, because who wants to go to theme parks by themselves? In March, in March, I want to go to Argentina. There's this one couple that I follow on YouTube. I'll link them, Samuel and Audrey, and they have been doing like a series that, like, before the pandemic they were in South America, and now I really want to go to Argentina. Particularly I want to go to like the Salta region, and it's pretty cheap to travel there too. Definitely the cheapest place on my list, so that is good. And again, I haven't done a ton of research yet, but I've become enamored with Argentina now. So in April, I want to go back to France. I did go to Paris in 2019 for my birthday, and I was there like right after the cherry blossom season ended, which just kind of sucked because I really wanted to see the cherry blossoms. So this year I want to go at the beginning of April and get to see the cherry blossoms in Paris, but I also want to go to some other small towns along the way. So I'm thinking of starting like in northern France and then kind of working my way down to Paris. And then from Paris, I want to take the Eurostar train to London for a few days. So that is exciting. In May, I want to do pretty much all of Italy. That's going to be definitely like an entire month in Italy. Is this actually going to happen? I don't know. But I want to go to Rome, Florence, Verona, the Dolomites, just everywhere. So I feel like of all the countries, Italy is the one that has the most places I want to go. So it's definitely going to be a long trip, but I would take the train from city to city. In June, I want to go to Iceland. Definitely the most expensive city on the list right now, or the country on this list. But I've been wanting to go to Iceland for a while now. I would probably rope my dad into going, and we would rent a camper van and just road trip through the country. Not do the whole ring road or anything, but do like half of it. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, and I definitely want to fly my drone there. In July, I want to go to some national parks here in North America, North America in general, but I want to do Badlands, Tetons, Yellowstone, etc. Glacier, I didn't write that one down, but Glacier National Park. And then from there, go up into Canada. I want to go to Banff. Kind of just drive around Canada. I don't know. Then let's see. So that's like July and August. And in September, I'm looking at maybe Portugal. I don't know. I want to go to Lagos, Lisbon, Porto, etc., etc. In October, Spain. I just pretty much want to go to Barcelona. A while ago, well, actually, I mean, last year, I was supposed to go on a cruise that started in Barcelona, so I did a lot of research about Barcelona, but then obviously the cruise was canceled. So, yeah, but I'm still, like, obsessed with Barcelona and want to go. And then in November, again, like this year, I'm probably just going to chill at home, maybe work on earning up some more money. I don't know. And then in December, I want to go to Germany and Czechia. Is that how you say it? It's not the Czech Republic anymore, apparently. but specifically I want to go to Prague and then a bunch of different cities in Germany for Christmas markets. Yay! I'm like obsessed with Christmas markets in Europe, but I haven't been to any. But yeah, there's a lot. And maybe some in France too. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? I might be completely out of money by then. But I mean, I'm still going to be earning money along the way doing other side hustle-y things. So we'll see how this goes. This video is getting kind of long. And yeah, so that's basically my dream, my vision for the next like year and a half of travel. If you want to send me some money, message me and I'll give you my PayPal email. No, but seriously, I'm just really excited. So stick around. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like this video. Tell everyone else to subscribe. Everyone you know, just make them subscribe. So, okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Have an awesome day.